Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Byron Bertram.
And my name is Ivan Penaluna.
And on tonight's episode...
Are you taking a piss?
Oh, you guys like to tell jokes and giggle and kid around, huh? Giggling like a bunch of young broads in a schoolyard. Well, let me tell a joke.
I wanted this to be professional.
I don't gotta listen to this shit.
You certainly don't, pal. Because the good news is... Awesome!
With Byron Bertram and Ivan Penaluna.
Okay, so this episode is all about the EU. How many people? Hands up.
Is that a birth control device?
Yeah, I wish it was. How many people? Hands up, Byron. How many people here think that the EU is a great, cuddly little nice uncle who buys you sweets and takes you out for a drive in a car and doesn't fiddle with your body? How many people think that the EU is a benign entity for the good of mankind to make sure that no other wars ever happen again in Europe? Hands up. How many people think that?
I don't know if that's the case. Although it's easier if you don't like changing currency. But that's the only that's the only good thing I can think. And also the euro in general, it's just an ugly looking form of currency. Like, I don't know who designed that, but whoever designed that's a shit artist.
Okay, you know.
And the coins, the copper ones, they rust real fucking quick. Anyway, but I've done a lot of street performing, so I deal with cash. And that's all I. All
right, so all of those things that you mentioned are pretty unsubstantial reasons for, giving up the sovereignty of your country and then becoming part of a greater superstate.
So you're saying,
Wouldn't you agree?
Wouldn't you agree? I mean,
saying
what I'm saying is kind of minor on that scale?
Absolutely minor.
Oh.
Isn't it great? You don't have to change money when you go abroad. Really? Is that a good enough reason? Like your forefathers and ancestors, paid with blood to create the nation that you now inhabit, and you're willing to give it away so that you don't have to change money when you go on fucking holiday.
Yeah, but I don't like changing it like a guilder to a Deutschmark. I think you take a cut and all that,
Okay, so the reason why we're talking about this today is because there's been a couple of stories this week in the news. The first one being is that the EU has decided to fine countries hundreds of millions of pounds for refusing to take in refugees. And the way this is going to work, basically, if you don't know the backstory to this, is that there's a number of countries, mainly the former Soviet Union, Eastern Bloc in Europe, who've basically decided that, Islamic immigration sounds great. You guys want to do that? That's great. Not for us. So that's basically what they've said. They don't think there's any long-term gain in it for their country or their people. And they've said thanks, but no thanks.
Countries like Hungary?
Czech Republic, Poland, all of the old Soviet bloc countries who actually retain some sort of, identity.
The ones that don't believe in political correctness.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they've basically...
no, fuck you.
They basically said no thanks, but no thanks. And the EU, because it's a benign, cuddly old uncle who buys you sweets and doesn't play with your body, has turned around and gone, you know what? That's not fucking good enough. I'll tell you what, we're going to tell you how many you take, and you're going to fucking take them. If you don't take them, we're going to fine you 250,000 euros for every one you turn away. That's this week.
Yeah.
That's what they're going to do.
Well, I mean, it's a good...
How do you feel about that cuddly old uncle now?
Well, it's a good shakedown. I mean, that's a good way to make money.
Well, no, it's not a good way to make money. It's all they have money in the first place. It's a good way to get sovereign nations to basically do what you tell them to do.
Yeah.
It's basically it's coercion. I couldn't describe it any better than coercion. I mean, it's off with the velvet glove, and on with the jackboots.
Yeah, it is. I mean, no, they're fucking playing hardball.
Oh, yeah. And also the other story this week, EU, another moment of brilliance from the EU. They're going to give 3-month visa-free travel to all of Turkey's 75 million citizens.
Oh, well, they need a holiday, right?
Yeah, they need a holiday. Maybe in Germany, maybe Sweden, somewhere where they have good benefits.
Yeah.
And then, just don't bother going back again.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I wish I had a 3-month visa to go to the States and just set up my career.
Well, because you definitely ruin the country, wouldn't you?
Well, I wouldn't. I think I'd add to it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How would you add to it?
Preaching my indoctrination of apathy and fucking not give a shitness.
You would be a bit upset if they asked you for taxes, though, wouldn't you?
I would be, yeah.
What would you say to them?
What's that?
What would you say? You just leave, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'd just leave.
And you just won't bother.
Anyway,
this isn't about you, Byron. Let's fucking get back on.
Yeah, okay, well, fine. Okay, so what? You don't think all these? You think that all the Turkish people they won't come after they go to Euro Disney? They're not going to come back.
I think maybe some of them might. A lot of them won't. Definitely, they're going to go. You know what? Fuck this. I'm going to stay here.
Well, 3 months. I mean, whatever.
What benefits have I got in Turkey? I've got fuck all. I've got a rusty wheel and a mangy dog.
No, but Istanbul.
I go to Sweden. I can rape women, and I'm.
But
not
you can
even
rape
gonna go
women.
to-
You can
I'm not
rape
even
women
gonna go
anywhere.
to jail for it.
You can rape women anywhere.
Yeah, I know, but you can get away with it in Sweden
That's true. What? Oh, in
and Germany.
but not in Turkey.
Nah, they'll kill you for that.
Yeah, shit.
But because you can't rape Turkish women, that's not allowed. But blonde women, they're good.
In Canada, they'll just kill you by saying the word rape.
Well,
not
they'll
even
say
raping.
no. In Canada, what they'll do is they'll say, "This is my." I'm just going to get my CBC voice on now. They'll go. He didn't really understand what he was doing. He was from a different country where they had different customs, and he'd had a really, really terrible time. And so when he came to Canada, he just raped people, and it wasn't his fault. We should look at ourselves and blame ourselves because that raping that was us raping those women, not that man.
Now, and back to the best of Chopin.
So that's how it's working, yeah?
Yeah. Well,
Do
that's
you
how it
feel
works.
good?
That's
do you
pretty
feel
much
good?
it.
Do you want to move to Europe?
I like going to Europe.
Yeah, but do you want to move there?
Nah.
Would you want to move there now?
It's too crowded.
How did you feel about it 10 years ago?
There's too many Polish people in here.
How did you feel about it 10 years ago?
I'm allowed to be racist against Polish people
Why is that?
because I'm white. Aren't you allowed to hate on other white people?
I don't think it's that. No, you basically.
I would make fun of, actually, speaking of which, I was making fun of just doing a German voice in my stand, or no, I was street performing, and I heard this kid yell out, "That's racist." I'm like, how's that racist? It's making fun of a nationality, and I'm white. So,
Yeah, no,
come
you-
on, the last bastion of white freedom of speech is being able to make fun of other white cultures, right?
Nah, you can't do that.
I can't even do that anymore?
No, because you're a white Canadian of no specific generic identity.
Yeah, I'm just a waspy
You're
fucking
just
white.
you haven't got any identity.
No.
You know, and there's a hierarchy, right? When it comes to the liberal left, there's a hierarchy of positive racism, right? If you're white, you cannot criticize anybody darker than you. Right, because they're darker than you, and race trumps everything else. As you saw in Cologne at New Year, race trumps sexual assault. You'll turn a blind eye to sexual assault if it's done by people who are darker than you, because guess what? You can't criticize them. They're not held to the same standard of expectation as other white people. And the darker they are, the higher politically correct caste they have.
That's true.
Yeah, so you got basically somebody who's really dark, you can't even fucking look at them.
Oh, well,
That's oppression, man.
I met a black guy yesterday.
No, you shouldn't have even fucking talked to him.
Right. Just no, but he was all like, Vancouver is so racist, man. Vancouver is so racist.
Why?
God damn, this city is filled with so many chinks. Like, it was within the same paragraph. He didn't say it like that, but it was like, wow. But I was just like,
I've heard
I'm not
that.
going to say anything, because if
I've
I
heard
say
that.
anything,
When you said
I'm the
everybody's
racist.
racist,
What's
everybody's racist. There's a black guy in Vancouver walking around saying everybody's racist.
Yeah.
I would say that if you're a black guy in Vancouver, I mean, I'm not a black guy.
No, he's
What do I
like
know?
women don't like him because he's black, but they only want to fuck him because he's black, and that's really racist. By the way, there's so many chinks here.
Well, he's complaining because women want to fuck him.
Yeah, and he was
That's
complaining.
outrageous.
Yeah, and then he's talking about how much money he have, and his dad is from Kuwait, and his mom was from Barbados, and he's from Toronto, and he was just going on about how much bling he has, and all these bitches who give him attitude. He could slap him in the face with $50,000.
He sounds mentally ill.
Yeah, no, but he was really lonely. You can tell that
you
because
can
he's
tell.
really rich
With
and he
that
had no
attitude,
friends.
women want to fuck him, and what he'll do is he'll
Yeah.
basically look the gift horse in the mouth, and he'll go, "Why do you want to fuck me? I need you to politically justify why you want to fuck me. If it's not good enough, I'm not fucking you."
See, that's the thing. He was from
And
Toronto.
they could be crawling up his leg like a fucking slug.
See, he's from Toronto, and when I met him, I thought we should close our provincial borders. We shouldn't take any of these fucking rich, half Middle Eastern, imports from Ontario.
Aren't you glad that we could talk about these sort of things on our podcast? Many podcasts can't even. They wouldn't even. If you just said race, they'd go, "Oh no, we're not doing that."
Unless you're talking about people.
We've got 200 listeners to maintain.
Yeah.
We're not doing that. We base all of our listenership on saying this shit.
Even bringing up the word race is a trigger word, unless you're talking about people running fast in a competition.
And even that's racist.
That is. Yeah.
Because some of them, why, you want me to run the 100 meters? Why is it? Because I'm black?
Yeah, exactly. Says, hey, the black guy won the 100-meter dash. I think he'll win the 100-meter dash. He's like, oh my God, why do you always got to bring race into it? Well, it's
Okay,
it's
do you want to do the
it's
800
Olympics.
meters?
We're
No.
talking about the race.
I just want to do the 100. 200? Yeah, okay. Do you want to do the 1500? What do you think I am, white?
That's the only one that the white guy kind of has a chance in, right?
Yeah.
White people.
Yeah, and then Kenya. And then Kenya got down off the fucking Table Mountain, the plateau or whatever it is, and they go, you know what, we've been running this 1,500 meters at 3,000 feet for the last 50 years. It just came down to sea level and fucking won every one.
Yeah. White people are good at going the distance. It's not romantic as the short.
No, 10,000 meters. Get in that one, honky.
Yeah. I think the reason we're not allowed to say anything is because there's not a racist word that ever offended us. So that's all our liberties have been taken away because there's been no effective racial term for a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant man.
Well, that honky or cracker.
Yeah, it never worked. None of us ever cared. So therefore, we're not allowed to have an opinion.
See, it's like a nickname. If you don't get upset about it, it doesn't stick.
No. Well, then you're not allowed to criticize other cultures now.
Yeah. No, I know. So anyway,
because they have hurtful words. So
what's this got to do with the EU?
Good point.
I know. You just.
I just hijacked this into something else.
You just pulled it off down an avenue. Didn't you?
Yeah, I just hijacked this into some other thing because I was completely uneducated about this or have a strong opinion.
You're uncomfortable with this, so you wanted to.
With this opinion. Yeah. Well, no, I don't know. I don't think you should. I mean, everybody, like I spent a lot of time in England, and I know that place, that island is just filled in. Whether it's Islamic or it's just packed. It's fucking
packed. You can't say, if you say England's full in England, lefties will queue up to fucking berate you. It's not full. There's plenty of room. There's loads and loads of farmland in Lincolnshire. What are you talking about? We have room for loads more people. Yeah, but guess what? No one wants to live in a fucking farm in Lincolnshire. People want to live in Manchester, Birmingham, London. Are you a fucking idiot? The fact that I have to explain this to you means that you're an idiot.
Yeah, London was just crowded as fuck.
Yeah, no, well, why don't they want to live in a field in Lincolnshire?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the argument. There's loads of room in Peterborough. No one wants to fucking live there. Not even the people in Peterborough want to live there.
But there's a great nightlife there.
No, there's not.
Oh,
it's called grass and birds.
Yeah. I feel like nature.
So anyway, let's go to the fucking news.
Let's do it.
This is the fucking news.
All right, go. In 5, 4. I can't do it. We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
This is the fucking news.
Fucking thing sucks.
Well, first off, let's start with a feel-good story for Ivan by...
Oh, yeah. What's it got in it?
Well, it's by way of a media outlet from Afghanistan. Comma Press is reporting that in mid-April, not one, not two, but at least 10 jihadi militants got hoisted on their own petards, so to speak, when the improvised explosive devices they were making, for arts and crafts at the local mosque, district of Ghazni province, blew up prematurely and killed them all.
Right. So basically, this is a story. These stories are happily all too common, and
but still not common enough.
No, the first
thing. That's the thing. They only report the bad news. They never report the good news. The bad news is like, oh my god, terrorist attack in this European city, tons of people killed. But they never report the good news. Terrorists, hey, they fucked up.
What, 10 of them blown up by their own bomb. And first thing is, what is it about mosques and explosives? Why do mosques and explosives go together? Why is it always like, oh, there's a lot of explosives were found in a mosque? Yeah, a prayer hall where they're supposed to worship God and be, I just like explosives and God.
You know why? It's the Christians' fault because every group has to have their own kind of arts and crafts, and the Christians have the market cornered on glitter and macaroni pictures.
Okay, fair enough. So they got the
explosive and mosque go together like church, wine, and cheese, and priest rape.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That's a good point. So anyway, 10 of them. So that's 720 disappointed virgins.
Does it count if it goes off prematurely? Because they didn't actually get to kill any infidels.
No, but their intentions were in the right place.
Okay.
Do you know that they're actually... I did actually see a picture of this. There are a number of elaborate stainless steel cod pieces that are being crafted for the jihadi suicide bomber nowadays. I'm not making this shit up. Basically, they get these cod pieces, right? They're going to blow themselves to smithereens in a suicide attack. But the one thing they want to remain intact, just on its own, is their cock and balls.
Yeah.
And they put it in one of these packets, a little cod piece, so that it remains intact, so that when they go to heaven, although there's nothing left of the rest of them, their cock and balls are just floating around fucking virgins.
Yeah.
You can go online and see them. It's like cod pieces for jihadi suicide bombers.
Oh,
somebody's actually crafting these in a blacksmith shop. I mean, these are not like stuff that you order online.
So you can get those cups. Where could you buy them at Sport
I don't know.
Check?
You have to go to Afghanistan. Maybe when
You
you
can't
go
get them
to-
at Sport Check?
No.
Oh.
At the Raqqa location.
If you go into short sport check and ask for that, the girls in there are gonna look at you like you just fucking pissed in one of their mouths.
Yeah. What? Oh my God, suicide bombing's so lame.
So, oh my God, this guy, he asked me for fucking suicide bombing fucking cat paste made out of fucking stainless steel.
And it's
I
like, what
only
the
love
hell?
hockey players, okay?
All I can say is my pussy.
My fucking pussy. What about my pussy? What about my pussy? My fucking pussy. Fucking do my pussy.
Yeah, the cod. So the cod piece protects the fucking cock and balls. Fair.
Yeah. So it just floats around in heaven. Fucking women.
Yeah.
Hard, I should imagine. But where it gets the blood from is anybody's.
You know what I
guess.
heard actually about the suicide bomb?
sidewalk raid.
You know what I heard about is that if a woman kills you, you're going to hell.
Yeah, good.
No, so what? You need a bunch of angry feminists
Well,
to
anyway,
go over there
right,
and
that's
fucking
why
shoot
it's
them,
like Kurdish
and then they'll go to hell.
snipers.
I mean, so
We call squadron
so
another
God,
text.
a divine entity, in God's infinite wisdom and charity and oneness and love, goes. You know what? If you get killed by a woman, I'm sending you straight to hell.
Well, God apparently is sexist.
God's like an idiot.
Yeah,
God's like a 6th century idiot.
6th century idiot.
He is. It's the same God that was whispering into Muhammad's ear going, yeah, you can fuck that 9-year-old. I just said you could. Oh, yeah, God just said I could fuck that 9-year-old. Yeah, nice one. Thanks, God. I'll write that down. It's the same God who did all that shit.
You know what the real problem is?
What's that?
Poor Muhammad existed before the BBC. If he existed now.
They could explain it for him.
No, I was going to say him and what's the other guy's name? Jimmy Savile?
Oh, Jimmy
They'd be
Savile.
like best buddies and be covered up. And
Yeah.
Nobody would get their heads chopped off.
No,
If you
Jimmy-
drew a picture of the Prophet Muhammad, it would look just like Jimmy Savile.
That's probably the most offensive thing you said ever. It's the most offensive thing I can remember you saying.
Really?
Yeah. If you drew the Prophet Muhammad looks like Jimmy Savile.
That should be the name of our new show.
That's it. We should just finish the show there.
Yeah.
Because you've reached your fucking pinnacle, my friend.
Yeah.
That's it. You may as well go home now. You George Costanza, slap your hands, wipe them, and walk away.
Yeah. Even you're offended.
I'm not. I'm impressed.
Nice.
But being that he's already home,
Yeah, he's
You
already,
should go and have a lie down now.
he's already
Got a
like
moment of
he's-
excellence.
He's probably in heaven, fucking 72 fucking 6-year-olds.
Dear. I didn't think we'd get as much of a laugh out of this story. Fucking Al Jihad.
Yeah.
Hey? The gift that keeps on giving.
Well, you got ISIS on the brain, so I'm just gonna feel
Fair enough. No, I haven't. I mean, they're
ISIS on the brain.
Yeah,
got
I
ISIS
just-
on the brain.
No.
Hey,
Listen.
I want them to stop killing people so we can make fun of the Kardashians and other girl stuff. God damn
Totally.
it.
Do you know what my fear is this? My fear is we're going to ignore this threat until it's so big that people have to send their fucking kids to go and fight it. And if we fucking deal with it now, the fight's a lot smaller. If we deal with it in 20, 30 years, it's going to be a fucking major deal. These guys ain't going away, and they're not very nice. And what they have in mind is the destruction of everybody else. Sorry to get so heavy. Anyway, let's
What does
talk
that
about
have to do
something.
with the Kardashians? They're not going to be
As-
around 30 years.
No, they're not.
But
Let's
they're
talk
going to probably have a bunch of spawn that will be. So, But,
Little cellulite babies.
So what else you got?
all right. Well, here's one good news story for me and all the other picky eaters out there. Apparently, we can turn our bitching and moaning into a tidy little income. This is after a new precedent from Ontario's Human Rights Tribunal. See, this one dude just managed to scam $12,000 from a local restaurant that made the mistake of putting a lemon wedge in his water because, you see, he's a germaphobe or some such crap, and it was very insensitive of
Did he
them.
let them know that he didn't want the lemon?
Apparently.
Oh, he said no lemon, and they
Yes.
put lemon in it.
And then instead of just saying, I said no lemon, bring me a new one, he claims that the manager was rude to him and a few other things, but then instead of going on with his life and going, I'm never going there again, he sued via the Human Rights
$12,000.
Tribunal. Yep.
That's outrageous.
So
Is
why?
it-
What were they infringing upon his civil liberties of not liking citrus?
Apparently.
That's outrageous. You
How's
need to
that
be
a
very
human
careful.
rights tribunal?
You need to be very careful,
If
don't
you
you?
fart too loudly in Ontario, it's like a Human Rights
Oh
Tribunal
yeah, they
bullshit
got no.
thing now.
They've got Kathleen Wynne as the premier. I mean, she's basically related to fucking Stalin.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's
Feminist Ella?
basically Ontario is going to be the first province to go bankrupt in Canada.
Yeah.
That's how well it's run. It's run on a socialist model, and it's going to be bankrupt. I mean, it's a have-not province, and it's just going to. I mean, you know,
They're going to have to sell
now all the oil money's drying up. I don't know what those have-not provinces are going to do.
sell the CN Tower for scrap metal.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's probably the most contentious.
Everyone's
thing
going to sue each other, I guess, in the Human Rights Tribunal. They'll become the new economy.
Yeah,
It's like transfer credits.
Your
for-
whole economy is based on the Human Rights Tribunal.
I
I'm going
think
to sue you for
I think
suing
that's
me.
a good idea. I think Ontario should base its.
I had a mental
entire-
breakdown because you sued me for being racist, so therefore I should get a settlement too.
Yeah,
Because I have
it's
a
good
mental health
conduct.
issue,
Counterclaim.
and now you're stressing me out, and I can't work.
Well, it also provides jobs for people who work in that industry in the court system. That's a good one.
And
So
other
the-
useless parasites. Yes.
So the court system could become one of the biggest employers in Ontario.
Yeah.
And you know, it just I don't know where they get the money from. They give it to one person, then they take it back off them again in a counterclaim, and then the money just gets shifted around, right? You might keep a little bit of it, spend as much of it as soon as you can when you get it, and then when they go, "Where's our fucking money back?" We're counterclaiming. You go, "Oh shit, I spent some of it."
Yeah.
And they go, "Okay, well, just give us what you got."
Yeah.
Well, and not to mention, you know, the makers of popcorn when the rest of us have to watch this. The one that I remember, I think it was Ontario from a couple years back that I remember seeing a lot about on blazingcatfur.ca, where they were talking about where it was this lesbian with a buzz cut went into a barber shop run by Muslims.
Right.
And-
This sounds great already.
Exactly. And the barber explained
Sounds like the beginning of a
that
joke.
he was very religious. He can't touch any woman who's not his wife, so he couldn't give her a
Right.
haircut. But
Yeah.
he, if I remember correctly, I think he said if you come back tomorrow, there's a different guy who works at the shop
Yeah.
who's not Muslim or not religious and blah, blah, blah. She wanted a haircut now. So she then filed a complaint against him for sexual discrimination under the Human Rights Tribunal or something. And remember a lot of people saying, make the popcorn. This is going to be hilarious. Who wins? Unfortunately, suddenly the case just kind of got quietly settled and we never heard how it turned out. So I guess,
Really?
but it was going to be one of those things that was going to be hilarious because you're going to find out who wins, lesbian or Muslim.
Well, this is what Roger Scruton, the political philosopher, calls an aggregate fallacy. This is what liberals can do. They can support feminist rights or gay rights and Islamic rights at the same time. And in their minds, in their tiny fucking addled minds, there's no problem with these two things can exist independent of each other in the same ideology.
Yeah.
Well, how can
It's like, you know, it's like being basically married to two different people on the same street. You hope it'll never, you know, come to.
You hope they'll never run into
They'll
each
never
other.
run into each other, but you know, eventually it's going to end in tears. And I mean, this is what they do. They say, okay, well, there's no problem for us. I mean, we can support Islamic rights and gay rights at the same time. It's like, well, have you not had a look at this? These guys don't fucking get on. This, you're going to have to choose between one or the other eventually. And they're going, no, we don't have to do that.
So how did they settle that? One or
Well,
just like,
quietly,
oh, shit.
obviously, quietly.
Yeah,
because
they
they
just
didn't want
kinda
all the
went away.
they
They're
didn't want all the
plugging their
hurrah.
ears and go, la 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 la, this isn't happening.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. They're two
Because
wives.
if you
met.
don't, because if you don't side with the Muslim guy, then you're prejudiced and you're racist against his
you're
religion. But
Islamophobe.
if you don't side with the woman, then you
You're
hate
sexist.
lesbians and you're sexist.
and you hate lesbians.
Now you're gonna have to make a choice. Human Rights Tribunal.
Yeah.
What did you do? What did you do?
And they're like, you know what? This is too hard.
Kill it with fire and make
Fucking
it go
kill
away.
it. Give them all a lot
Let's
of money.
hope none of the bloggers
Yeah, let's just give
laugh at
both
us.
money
Give them both money.
and pretend this
Probably.
never happened.
Give them some Albertan oil money.
It's probably exactly
That's all we
what
got.
happened.
Last time we made something was 1963. That's the last time Ontario made anything.
Yeah.
And they fucking sold it. No, it's all Albertan oil money.
Yep,
Well, they made GM Gameshi.
He's turned out well, hasn't he?
Yeah,
exactly.
and the Murdoch Mysteries.
Yeah, they probably make dildos.
Yeah.
Big
I
dildo
thought
factory.
those all came from Los Angeles. You know,
I
the
don't
Doc
know.
Johnson factory.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know this.
You probably know better than
information
me.
quite
I don't know.
well. Yeah.
Maybe.
No, I think Byron
Well, I
knows.
think Good Vibrations is based out of San Francisco, but I don't know where they source their material.
Well,
from. They
that doesn't
just mail
surprise me
orders.
that Good Vibrations is based in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Speaking of dildos, I think I probably brought this up on a previous episode, but a few years ago on my birthday, the only thing I got on my birthday was a Clamato juice with a fucking dildo in it. Yeah.
You were fucking still upset about that.
Still
aren't you,
upset.
eh?
Still upset.
And we discussed this on one of the programs.
Yeah, you did.
I left you. You come home on your own with this vibrator, dildo vibrating sort of thing,
Yeah.
right? And it was, I'd say you could easily fit it up your ass.
Well,
It
yeah.
wasn't too big.
No, it's not
right?
too big.
And I said, I'll
Hours
see
of
you later on.
entertainment.
Bye. And
Yeah.
you went, yeah, okay, bye.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I just left and I thought, he's going to stick that up his ass.
Yeah, you know me.
As soon as I left the door, I just thought, as soon as I've gone, he's putting on some fucking Barry White and he's sticking that up his ass.
That's how I roll, baby.
And I think I asked you a few weeks later, did you stick that up your ass? And you went, no. And I was thinking, he fucking did.
Yeah.
Of course he fucking
Yeah.
did.
Was he still walking funny?
Yeah, but I did smell it next time I was around. So, you smell a poo?
Yeah.
You smell a poo?
Put it in my drawer right next to my fucking cowboy
Have you still got
hat.
it? Have you still got it?
I don't know. It might.
Of course you have. Of course you've got it.
Under his pillow.
Come on. You take it to the massage shop with you and say, can you
Hey,
do
look,
me this?
man. I think it's funny. It's like, hey, look, I got a dildo hanging around.
Hey, baby, I got a fucking dildo hanging around. You want? Oh, it's just a fucking joke, baby.
It's a joke, man. It's just a joke.
It's just a joke.
I don't know why you just.
Can you just stick it up my ass?
Oh, look, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
That's great. Oh yeah, stick it up my ass. Shh, don't tell anybody about this, okay?
Yeah.
All right. I know it's a one night stand, and I've just asked you to put a dildo up my ass, but don't tell anybody, okay? Especially not in the comedy community, which you're part of. But don't tell anybody, okay? Because it's going to get around, and there's a lot of people who hate me, and they're going to use it against me, and I don't want that to happen. So shh, don't mention this.
Please don't start a
Of course,
Facebook
most of
thread
those are
about this.
people whose acts revolve around sticking things up their own asses, but you know.
Yeah, they say that, but they don't actually do it.
The sticking up the ass community.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I'm a thread on Facebook.
Anyway, what else we got?
All right. An American biotech company is going to be running tests on 20 clinically brain dead people to see if they can be reanimated back to life. The study raises a whole lot of ethical questions related to playing God, using stem cells, and of course the big one is whether or not those 20 Hillary Clinton voters will even want to be fixed.
That's good. I like that bit.
I was just going to interrupt you. 20 brain dead people being back to life. You mean the entire Human Rights Tribunal of British Columbia?
Pretty much.
Can you imagine the BC Court of Human Rights case that would generate? I was dead. I wanted to be left alone.
Yeah, you didn't respect me as a corpse.
I was dead. I was done. You brought me back to life. Do you know how complicated this is? This has
I
caused
was
me a
on my
lot of
third
trauma.
version.
Yeah, you know
you
what? How am I going to
asshole.
pay my rent? Okay, I wasn't planning on.
You
fucking
need to
living
pay
and
my
working. You
fucking
need to
rent.
pay
I
my
was
bills.
dead.
Okay, I was just busy. I was just minding my own business, being a fucking cadaver. And
know-
you fucking brought me back to life. This is fucking against my human rights.
Okay, so they're talking pre-cremation. If they cremate you, then it's too late.
Yeah, you're still on life support, but there's no brain function.
Oh, I see. They're not
And they're
really
going to
dead.
keep the corpses alive
They're not
for
really dead.
like months.
Right.
Trying to
Yeah.
grow brain tissue.
Got ya. Sounds very expensive. Only people with money can afford it.
Yeah, and that's even if it works, because the way it almost sounds, and I don't have the scientific background, but because they're talking about injecting new brain stem cells into the brain stem and hoping that those like replicate and like take over the dead brain, where you kind of go like, okay, is this talking about repairing the brain that's there, or like Frankensteining a
Hang on a
new
minute, I'm
one
gonna have to
growing
hand this
from the
over to our-
inside?
I'm going to have to hand this over to our science correspondent, Byron Bertram.
Well, what we do, we sort of cut the brains out of people, try to stick them in, and hope for the best.
All right, that's a pretty succinct way of just saying what Byron
Yeah,
said.
that's pretty much it.
So they're going to do that, right, with people who are with people who are not, they're brain dead, but their bodies
Vegetables.
are still there. Well, they'd generally take the organs out of them at that stage, wouldn't they?
Yes, but I guess the thought is if it doesn't work, you've kept them alive on machines for a few months. So, I mean, some other asshole might die while waiting for a liver, but, tough shit.
You get a joke out of this, Byron.
Shit. My brain's not working. Speaking of jokes, maybe I'm fucking brain dead. Somebody
It's
give me
the
a
first one on the list.
Yeah, somebody stick some fucking intelligent, funny fucking brain in my head.
That's what you got a dildo
Maybe-
for.
Yeah, exactly. If it want, that's the thing. I haven't stuck this dildo in my ass in a while, and when I don't do that,
You should do it tonight when we're gone.
stimulates the fucking funny.
You should do it tonight.
I've
Is it
only
like
had
a
Jimmy
talking
Saville's
dildo?
brain.
Is it like the Barbie dolls where you push a button on the back and it says things like math class is tough?
Oh, do you know what? That would be. I think you have to pay extra for that.
Yeah, and that's sexist.
A talking dildo. That's brilliant.
Talking dildo.
Yeah.
Up your ass.
this is fucking great.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't believe we're doing this.
Yeah.
It's dark in here.
Wait, turn the lights on.
I hope this doesn't
Turn
chip
them
your
back off
teeth.
again. I'm scared. Have I died? Have I died? Are you going to bring me back to life again?
I hope I don't chip your teeth. Yeah.
I want to know with what you were saying with the jihadis and the cod pieces.
Yeah.
I guess if you're really deranged and I guess
Like
lazy,
a jihadi.
No, I was thinking like the LA sex toy businesses. They could just go scrape them up and have, new models to mold off of. Mind you, I guess it'd be floppy and not. Never mind.
They're insane.
The jihadi sex toy movement.
They're
would be great.
insane. If you your cock and balls have to remain intact after your suicide bomb. Well, how about not becoming a suicide bomber? The best way of keeping your cock and balls intact
Nah.
for heaven.
People got to die, and
Whatever
you got to keep
happened
your
to
dick
picking
in
up a
bust.
guitar? Then they aren't stuck with 72 virgins. They can have a different whore every night, just like any of the guys from Motley Crue. Sometimes 10 a night if they want it, and they can keep it up. And they're whores who know what they're doing.
Exactly. He wants to have sex with a virgin.
You seem to have some resentment towards fucking rockers banging whores.
Just saying numbers wise, you would think if you want to get laid, there's a cap at 72. I guess they're comparing it to a society where they might get one and she's his cousin and ugly. But you just sort of in the 60s.
I guarantee you, when they get to heaven, they already know all of those 72 women.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's Aunt Jemima.
Jemima. Hey, look, it's Uncle Ben. I'm going to fuck him too.
It's my little sister Jamila. Oh, well.
Yeah.
She's 9. She's old enough.
It's old enough.
Oh, my goodness.
They
Rice
didn't
and
say
syrup.
that you wouldn't know them.
I'm going to be banging rice and syrup forever. But speaking of Islamic fucking,
Is this offensive enough, this show?
jihadi sex toys, and if you're into like the fetish scene, you're into like extreme Sunni
what should we do?
Sharia law, but you also want to dress as a gimp, you just got to get a kneecap that's 2 sizes too small.
Made out of rubber.
Yeah,
A rubber kneecap.
2 sizes too small.
Rubber kneecaps are us.
Yeah,
2 sizes too small.
Yeah.
You dirty bitch.
Yeah.
Is that a rubber kneecap? Dirty cow. Get in there now.
I like how everything, no matter what the topic is, be like, so I understand you drink a can of Coke. Yeah, a can of Coke. Speaking of jihad, what? Where there's a will, there's a way for jihad.
Have I told you about our Lord and Master Muhammad?
No.
Do you want to try on this vest? I need you to go down to the shops.
We got to do the Dry Shave Show on tour and fucking.
Oh, it'd be great, wouldn't it?
We should do it on tour.
We're going to definitely do Alberta, northern BC.
We got to go to fucking.
Probably Northwest
We got to go to
Territories.
other oil countries like Saudi Arabia.
We're
Kuwait.
going to Saudi Arabia. No, we're never getting.
I don't know.
Saudi
I don't
Arabia.
look good in a garbage bag, dude. So you'll have to. I'll like Skype it in. It'll be the scandalous one. Look at that whore. We can see her hair.
Listen, I went to Muslim countries in the 80s. That it was safe then, and I'm done now.
No, okay.
Yeah, it's not safe.
You're not going back to England.
No,
That's what you're saying.
No, I'm not going back to England. Never going back to another Muslim country, especially England.
Yeah. Boom. That one was for you, Ivan.
There's people going, "Why? It's not a Muslim country." Fucking is in comparison to Canada. Compared to Canada, it's a Muslim country.
Whatever. We just got to get Chinese people to just buy everything and make real estate unaffordable to those jihads.
Exactly.
They'll be blowing up estate agents.
Just fight racism with racism. That's what you got to do.
Realtor killed. Third realtor killed this month.
Yeah. What else do we got?
That's all that I've got, but I hear each of you has a story.
That's right.
Even there's some video involving our favorite Prime Minister
This is
retard.
great. This is great. Listen, it's a long. I do have to say, it's a long time since I've been this embarrassed for anybody. And I'm generally not embarrassed for people. I'll look at stuff and I'll go, "That's embarrassing. You probably shouldn't have done that." But I don't feel the cringe. But anyway, our President Pool Boy, Justin Trudeau, I mean, he is the gift that keeps on giving. He's come out with another video, and we did post it on the Dry Shave Show Facebook page today. It's basically a throw the gauntlet down for the other teams who are in the Invictus Games, which are the disabled soldier games for the for various countries around the world.
Right.
And Canada's hosting in 2017. So Justin Trudeau's done this video where he basically stands around. He's surrounded by all of the competitors from Canada, and they do press ups. Justin Trudeau does a press up, and then he does a one-handed press up, and then he puts his fist out, and the other guys go, mic drop, and he go boom like that.
Yeah.
And you got to see it. Even if you voted for Justin Trudeau, I defy you not to find it embarrassing. It's incredible. Anyway, it's.
Why did you find it so embarrassing?
You know what? He's done so many of these now, and the first two were like, we've got an idiot as a president, right? And then after that, you're thinking, my God, this is pathological. The guy's a fucking moron. The guy's a fucking moron. He's a drama
teacher.
He's a drama teacher. It's like he's putting on. He's like Steve Coogan in that film where they put on. What was it? The show they put on. It's based in Phoenix, Arizona. I can't remember the show they put on, but anyway, Hamlet. Might have been Hamlet.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, it's he's a drama teacher. And everything that he does looks like a drama teacher getting 15-year-olds to do it.
Yeah.
So anyway, I encourage everybody to look at it.
Well, the thing is, Canada, our two most famous people are named Justin. Justin isn't the name of somebody who commands a lot of respect.
Justin isn't.
No, it sounds like some just chachi
Although,
fucking
in
bartender who
fairness
works
to
at the Cactus
Bieber,
Club.
he's much more qualified to be prime minister than Trudeau is.
Well, he's got a lot of international relations.
Well, they've got the same.
He's actually built a business. Grant, his mommy mostly did it, but he showed up on time.
They're both savvy with social media.
That's pretty much all you need to do.
Yeah. Anyway, what have you got, Byron?
Oh my God, this is great. A woman arrested for defecating on boss desk after winning the lottery.
Wow, what country was this in?
41. This is in New York. A 41-year-old.
New York?
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking about a diet now. So probably a lot of bagels, maybe some Montreal salt beef sandwiches.
Yeah.
Go on.
Oh, it's always nice to just know what the texture of the shit is.
Yeah, exactly. Go on.
41-year-old woman who had the winning lottery ticket worth
41 years old and you're doing that shit.
Yeah. Had a winning lottery ticket over $3 million on Friday night.
$3 million?
Yeah.
That'll buy you a house. I wouldn't give my job up straight away.
Yeah, no kidding. Especially New York. Fuck. Yeah.
I think I'd stick around. I wouldn't shit on the desk straight away.
Yeah.
She must have really hated her boss, right?
But showed up to work anyway on Monday to deliver one last package. The courier company had no idea of her winnings. I knew something was wrong because I came from lunch and the door of my office was closed, said the manager. I slowly opened the door, discovered the woman with her pants around her ankles.
Oh, he caught her doing it?
Yeah. Hunched over my desk like a hippopotamus/cheetah dropping a massive poo on my desk. She shot her head towards me and locked eyes. I was frozen in shock and fear. In my peripheral vision, I saw a huge mud monkey slamming at her butt like a Play-Doh, the Fun Factory.
This guy got quite descriptive. He's enjoying this, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's enjoying it.
Oh, no, it was worth it, the woman said on arrest. On Friday when
because you get arrested for that shit, right?
On Friday when I realized I hit the lotto, I knew this would be the first thing I would do. I hit up every Mexican food truck and saved my dumps all weekend.
Save my what?
Saved my dumps all weekend.
Oh, shit, what? She held it in?
Yeah, she held it in. Ooh. I was shuffling around like a death row inmate.
Are you making this shit up?
No.
This is creative writing.
Yeah. I've been putting up with that guy's shit for years. It's time he put up with some of mine. This is a very legitimate news source, too. It's thevalley.report.com.
That's brilliant. It sounds like they both had a really good time. They got a lot out of it.
Yeah, they both did.
Yeah, they're like, you know what? I walked away from that a better person.
Yeah. Hey, it's a win-win situation.
Win-win for everybody.
You shit on my desk, I like it.
So she gets, I'm wondering whether he can sue her for all the $3 million that she just won because of hurt feelings.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Well, maybe a $59.99 or whatever.
Well, if he's a white man, then if he's a white man,
a white guy, he's not going to get away with it.
He's not getting it either.
But because she's a white woman, so white woman beats white guy.
Yeah.
If he was a white woman and it was a brown guy beats white woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's like top trumps, isn't it? It's like race top trumps.
Yeah.
What about
this show? We should change the name of the show to the Angry White Guy Show.
Yeah. Yes. We should call it white.
That's every episode, though.
White male privilege.
Yeah. White male privilege rampage.
Yeah. White male privilege rampage.
Yeah. Tune in.
Yeah.
That's it. Check our privilege, bitch. Oh, that's great. Anyway, that's it for this week. Thank you very much, everybody, for listening.
Thank you very much.
I've been Ivan Penaluna.
I'm Byron Bertram. Check out my website, jimmysavilleformuhammad.com.
And I'm Pure Dracula.